Welcome to the DC committee. Thinking what if he was with me?
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Starting the drive with Algier. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
2 yards left on second down from the 9. On second, here's Algier. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tyler Algier hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. They start the drive with Cook. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. And he's got room. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Algier, headed right. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyler Algier with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
A very solid gain of 27.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Second and 2. Open man once again. It's Thielen. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's got some space here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place.
Touchdown! Jalen Reagor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And the slot man goes in motion left. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Nine yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up, and we're going to run the same darn play, and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him...
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Finding space at the 40 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And the slot man goes in motion left. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 94 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to throw now on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now they send the tight end in motion left. In motion right is the tight end. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And that gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
2nd and goal from the 1. They try again with Cook. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get...
He's got a man complete. The Falcons going to use... their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. DJ Chark, as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. This is intercepted. And some room to maneuver. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 117 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself, how much of that is him with a great performance, and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
They run it again with Cook. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On second down, Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Cook up the gut. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got it.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we were. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Koo now for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones, because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Julio Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Algier again on second down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a second touchdown. Tyler Algier, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll look to throw now on first down. Then his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Connecting here with Chark on the out route. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Second down at 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Second and 5. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be third down. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Good protection there on third down. This is just a simple flip to his tight end outside the numbers, and he's able to haul it in and pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They'll look to throw here.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. Up the middle, it's Cook. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to the ground, Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. looking to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Trying the left side with Algier. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll run for it with Algier. Runs over it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Cook again. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And now we're going to get a timeout. Pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That is